Hello, everyone. This week's Parsha is Parsha Beshalach, in which we find out amongst the miracles that Bnei Yisrael experiences in the Yetziat Mitzrayim with the Kriyat Yamsuf, as well Bnei Yisrael is given the man. Now, the man lasts for them for 40 years in the Midbar, and we are first introduced to it in Perek Tet Zayin, Parsha Beshalach, where we'll focus on the end of the pasuk. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Ramban's commentary on why the man was a test. The pasuk reads, "Ve'omer Hashem al Moshe, Hinei mamtir lachem lechem min hashemayim." Now, the part of the pasuk we're going to focus on is the fact that Hashem mentions to Moshe that this man will be a test for Bnei Israel. Now, there's much discussion to be made about how is a test for Bnei Israel. Why was this something that had to be tested? And in what manner was it a test? The Ramban will perhaps reveal an essential message for what reason this was a test, and he'll show how he differs from the parish of Rashi. So Ramban starts off quoting Rashi on the bottom of the screen over here. Rashi says, Ramban says that Rashi believes the challenge is, will Bnei Israel listen to the rules that come along with the man? Will they not leave over any of the man? Will they take the exact amount? And will they not go out on Shabbos to collect the man? The Ramban understands Rashi's idea of why this could be a test. Coming from slaves, to not ration, to not take the food into account, to not grab it at every moment might be something that's a challenge. The Ramban thinks otherwise, though. The Ramban looks a little deeper, perhaps, and he says, "Ve'ineni nachon, habahu k'moshe amar hamalchicha min man b'midbar asher le'adun avotecha leman anotcha uleman nasotcha le'ativcha b'achritecha." The Ramban says it's like the pasuk that Hashem mentions to Bnei Israel later on, that Bnei Israel followed after Hashem in the Midbar in order to receive this test, and they followed and eat the man that their forefathers did not know. And why is this specifically the challenge? Bnei Israel had no food, they had no regular comforts. It was a completely new environment in the Midbar. And the Ramban notes that this was something that was different than everything they had heard from previous generations. An entire tradition or entire religion that's based on tradition had something that was new, something that was changing. They had been used to the constancy in Mitzrayim, perhaps. This was something that was entirely new to them. Ramban notes for this very reason the fact that v'yorid lahem davar yom v'yomu v'yarivu elav v'im kol zeh shamu lelechet acharei Hashem lo makom lechem. Bnei Israel chose to follow after God despite this, a challenge, something they had never experienced before, something their forefathers never experienced, that Bnei Israel went ahead and they followed God in the Midbar for 40 years and relied on the man, despite never having had something similar in their entire generations past. The Ramban notes that this is a miracle. This is perhaps a test that Hashem was testing Bnei Israel. Will they follow me, and will they go along with God despite having this change? And something that is definitely coming up always to have change. Bnei Israel will now be forging into a new nation. They have to be able to forge their new identities, and that involves breaking away, perhaps, from the past, creating a new identity into the new nation of Bnei Israel. As they're leaving Mitzrayim, they have to be able to take in these new challenges that were not given to their forefathers. Have a good Shabbos.